Salutations, honorable and esteemed members of the judging panel. It is of a great honor that you have all taken the time and lended your ears for my speech today. Ladies and gentlemen, I remember not too long ago sitting in the classroom, being surrounded by friends. There were the occasional routines, the raising of hands, the exchangement of notes, and the occasional glances to the clock. I also remembered how, in almost overnight, the way we studied shifted entirely. Our classroom became a screen, our notes became digital, and our whiteboard became a Zoom call. Apparently now my desk is my dining table, and I can go to lessons with only the top half of my uniform. Just strange, but it's reality of the time. Sure, we have reverted back to the all too familiar setting of classroom learning, but we can't help but admit that the thing that used to be the son of learning, now may have a replacement in this. Ladies and gentlemen, both are tools of learning, yet they both belong to completely different worlds. Change invokes questions, and the question being asked in particular today is whether one method is truly better than the other. Exhibit A, classroom learning. Classroom learning has long been the cornerstone of education, with direct interaction fostering a more personalized experience. Imagine sitting in a classroom whilst your teacher explains a complex idea. You're there, fully immersed. It's real, it's tangible, and above all, it's engaging. It's of an undeniable value to be able to raise your hand, ask a question, and have a teacher immediately address it. But again, let us not romanticize this idea entirely. Think of the time you spend on waking up early, preparing your uniform, preparing your books, and then think again of the time you spend on actual learning in classrooms. Because study shows that students only spend 60% of their time on actual learning within classes, whilst the other 40% they are spent on menial tasks, such as forwarding their friends to catch up on the material they have long mastered, or simply zoning out. As beautiful as it is, classroom learning is without its own inefficiencies. Exhibit B, e-learning. E-learning is slowly becoming the new phase of learning. Imagine waking up in the morning, still in your pajamas, whilst all your materials are neatly organized in your tablet. There's no worry of being late, no worry of falling behind, because you can always simply rewind a recorded lecture. The flexibility offered by e-learning is undeniable. Studying happens at your own pace, and with this, the world is quite literally at your fingertips. However, e-learning also has its own sets of drawbacks. Let me ask you this. How many of you have been tempted to multitask during an online session? Maybe you decide to do your laundry while studying, or you got disturbed by a notification, or you simply decide to study while playing with your pet. Sure, you might be watching the lesson, but in the corner of your eye, TikTok is just a tap away. In fact, study shows that students lose up to 40% of their focus when engaging with multiple screens during an online session. Then think again of direct and personalized mentorship and interaction lost in e-learning. So, to answer the million-dollar question, is one method truly better than the other? Well, neither, and both. Because, ladies and gentlemen, why must we choose one over the other? Why can't we embrace the best of both worlds? The flexibility and resources offered by e-learning with the direct and tactile interaction offered by classroom learning. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the real question to oppose the starting question to begin with is why? Why can't we see them as two parts of a greater whole? Why must we position them as opposing forces? Because when we position two objects as opposing forces, they repel. But when you take another perspective, you take a turn, they might just pull together, creating a strong, unbreakable bond. Ladies and gentlemen, the key in this rapidly evolving world is balance. Whether you're picking up your marker or your tablet, both are tools of learning. In an orchestra, there's a variety of musical instruments. There's the occasional modern instrument, per se e-learning. It has endless possibilities to offer. Yet, there are also the timeless classics, per se classroom learning. Alone they create sound, but together they create harmony. It has been Andrew. Thank you for your attention.